Tim Walz says he and Kamala are middle class when asked about people struggling to get by. Yeah, Tim Walz says Kamala understands the middle class struggle. Meanwhile, she lives in a $5 million Brentwood mansion near LeBron James and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Huh.
Yeah, I believe she's worth about $8 million, and Walz himself is worth over $1 million. They're so disconnected from the average person's plight.
All right,
It's like my favorite Venn diagram. Tits. Okay, they don't intersect.
I would like to know how much Walz had before he became the governor.
Probably next to nothing.
Yeah.
That's how it always works with these people.
I mean, his whole family won't endorse him.
Yep. $1 million of that has been
possible,
made. Wow. Oh, go ahead.
I say it's possible that they're actually telling the truth because of inflation and the disappearance of the middle class, that you actually have to have a $5 million house just to be in the middle class now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just saying.
be.
And then here's the middle-class neighborhood that Kamala grew up in when she went to a private school in Montreal, Canada. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I actually had somebody who was trying to say, Kamala's for the middle class. I was like, are groceries less expensive for you than they are for me? Oh, and answer me this. If she was middle class, why did her family own slaves? She was born into generational wealth.
Correct.
Don't like the truth? Sit and spin on it because it's going to fuck you anyway.
Which started with some of her great-grandparents owning slaves in Jamaica or something.
Yep.
Like that. Get the hell out.
But yet she's all for reparations. Open your wallet then, $8 million whore.
Wow! Yeah.
Don't
You
hold
sucked
back.
and she sucked and fucked every dollar of that out of dude's ball sacks. Every bit of it. And yet, with all that sucking and fucking and all that male DNA just passing in out of every hole in her fucking body, she still doesn't have one actual idea that she didn't steal from somebody else.
Or they fed
Amazing.
her the answers and the questions for the debate.
Well, it's almost like it was pretty obvious she was wearing an earpiece.
Yeah, I know.
And now they're investigating it. I'm sure they're just like they're investigating the fact that one of the moderators at the debate was her former sorority sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that either, are we?
Oh,
You didn't believe that?
I didn't hear that.
Oh my God!
It's her sorority sister.
They're both sorostitutes, man.
It was a 3-on-1 debate. And
it's
even though
sex with a witness debate.
Yeah, and even though his performance was lackluster, he still technically won. And CNN even had to admit that his poll numbers jumped by 2%
because he
afterwards.
answered the questions. Kamala, they ask her a question. She pulls out some stand, throws it down, starts soft shooting and tap dancing. She answered nothing.
My favorite was the interview that happened afterwards. What are your specific plans for lowering costs and prices for the average American?
Well, I grew up in a middle-class neighborhood where people were very proud of their lawns.
Maybe you should get outside. Maybe you should get outside and touch grass.
But here's another thing.
Shit.
The Teamsters are not endorsing her.
No.
The Teamsters have endorsed Democrats for like 57 years.
Yep. They're not endorsing Trump, but they're standing back and going, none of the above.
Yeah. Listen. Well, first of all, the Teamsters need to understand that if she gets elected, they're going to lose jobs.
Yep.
They're going to lose factories.
They're fucked.
They're not going to have fuel, so the Teamsters will cease to exist.
Mm-hmm.
So they need to wake the fuck up and get on the other team.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying, like, even if Trump was to win this election, it's probably only going to postpone the inevitable for 10 to 15 years.
Yep.
Okay. But the thing is, with Trump losing the election in 2020, we now he lost, yeah. But now we have seen the game.
Yep.
They can't hide it anymore. They immediately started attacking Trump when he was running in 2015.
Yep.
He was like, there's pictures of him receiving awards at some of these minority events.
There's photos of him hugging Rosa Parks, for fuck's sake.
And then all of a sudden, he's Hitler. He's a Nazi.
Yep.
He's all of this bad shit.
Yep. And all of that happened right after it became obvious he was going to win the primary. Up until then, they did not take him seriously.
Correct.
It was just a joke. And then all of a
and then
sudden he
Russia
started
gained,
winning, and they're
right.
like, oh, fuck.
Yeah,
He
like
may
Russia
actually
Gate,
do what
the
he's
whole
talking
thing.
about.
It's just craziness.
Oh. It's nuts. And since then, it's just been a never-ending stream of lies, which gives us no shortage of material. So Tim Walz is just destitute. He makes a measly $127,000 a year, sitting on a small $1 million in net worth of himself. Much of this comes from his pension. Oh, and he lives in the governor's mansion for free, which he had to temporarily move out of the governor's mansion in 2023. He relocated to a $17,000 a month lakeside mansion, which I'm sure the taxpayers totally did not fit the bill for.
I couldn't even live in a place like that.
But yeah, you're middle class.
Right.
I don't know. If I had that kind of money, I don't think I could live in a place like that. I would rather live in like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house in the middle of a whole bunch of acreage.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, way off away from every swinging dick out there. I don't need Joe Schick, the rag bag, coming up and down my fucking driveway doing bullshit. Fuck you.
Doing bullshit.
I'm serious.
I'm sick and tired of you doing bullshit in my driveway, Joe.
I want to
Joe.
have a house that I can. At every window, there's a range card that goes out to 450 meters. I literally walk. Okay, dead space. I see him now.
Those are just the squirrels. To be fair, yeah.
I'm a grunt. That's how I used to live. You know. They'd come to my foxhole. Where's your range card? It's right here, Sergeant. All right, you're good.
Oh, damn.
You think I'm kidding?
No, I don't.
No, I don't. I know you're not.
I know you're not kidding.
I'm not joking.
No, you and my brother need to get together. So he wants to do the exact same thing. So
I just want to be left alone.
Amazon driver comes to your door.
I don't know. I'd have a drone with a speaker. You want? Show me the merchandise. All right, proceed.
Just have an AR-15 mounted on it too, right? I mean, this is crazy what you can do with those things now.
I know.
Dogs,
It really
get the robot dogs.
There was a genius dude who rigged an old drone that had like the rails on the sides. He put a bunch of TP on it so that as it flew, the propellers were spinning the TP, and he could TP houses and shit for the fucking drone. I'm like,
That's awesome.
Amazing.
Nice.
I like the one where they have like the witch that flies on a broomstick.
Your ex?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
But like literally, they were
She's
showing
flown
some
on many a
comedy
broomstick.
videos where this like witch is like buzzing people on crack. They're like, "Ah!" I was like, oh my god, that's hilarious.
That
Emotional
is
damage.
awesome.
That's some shit I would do when I was younger.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the meat caser box.